Make a video for you guys showing a full day of eating keto carnivore and what that looks like for me. So this video will kind of show you what I eat in a day and also kind of what my routine is like in the day a little bit. I like to start my day out with some really good feeling movement. I usually do a variation either of a HIIT workout, high intensity interval training workout, or a yoga flow, which is kind of like a power flow, or just body weight exercises, and I do that for about 40 minutes. And I usually do it first thing. Today I had a meeting with a designer this morning, so I went out and did that, came back, and just finished my workout right now. I'll have either hot water or coffee. If I'm doing a high intensity interval training like today, I'll do some coffee. Here's my coffee. I will take this. I'm having coffee and then go do some journaling, hopefully in the sun if it's nice out, and then I will get to my workout. And now I am prepping my first meal of the day. I usually eat 2 meals in a day, and I eat enough at those meals so that I'm not hungry for the next 5 to 6 hours. So this is going to be my first meal of today. Having a little bit of apple cider vinegar in my water. I like to have that, and I put about 1 or 2 tablespoons in with some water, and it really helps with digestive acids if you're eating a lot of protein and fat, and it's also good for lowering blood sugar. So I mix that with some water and drink it up. If you have been off sweeteners for a while, like I have for the past few years, this actually kind of tastes like apple juice because it tastes so sweet. First meal of the day, I typically average around 1 pound of meat, and that is about 450 grams if you're on the metric system, and it provides somewhere between 45 to 50 grams of actual protein and also a bunch of fat in there. I eat 0 carbs, so there isn't really any carb except for some trace carbs. But second meal of the day usually ends up being anywhere between 1 pound, 3/4 of a pound, half a pound, just depending on how hungry I am that day. It's important for me to prioritize protein and make sure I get at least 30 grams of protein at a meal. But because I do 2 meals a day, then I like to break it up into about 45 and 45, or 50 and 45. But getting at least 30 grams of protein at a meal will trigger muscle protein synthesis, and that's why it's so important, and that's according to the work done by protein scientist Dr. Don Layman. For lunch, I usually pull out one of these proteins. I've got salmon, I've got tuna steak here, shrimp, more tuna steak, I've got turkey, and a drawer full of ground beef. So I will either do burgers or fish usually for my first meal of the day. So I've got about 1 pound of turkey here, ground turkey, 1 pound of ground beef, and I've got a portion of salmon, and I usually pick one of these 3 for my lunch. So here's how I put the turkey when I'm doing the ground turkey burgers. But I'm just meal prepping actually right now, so I'm doing the turkey and the beef as well for later. So I just gonna put it all in the pan, season it with some salt and pepper, and then just divide it into 4 burgers here. And then I kind of do the same thing with the beef, but this one I kind of made it into more burgers, and I'm just gonna pop these in the oven for about half an hour, and they're gonna cook really nicely while I work out. Those are all in. They're gonna be in for about half an hour. It's about 350 Fahrenheit or 170 Celsius for about half an hour. These out now, and I've got the beef burgers here and turkey burgers here, and gonna enjoy them with some mayo and mustard and turkey liver pate. So I've got my beef burgers here. I made them into little sliders with some smoked ham on top. I've got my turkey liver pate there, and I like to have it with some mayo and mustard together with salt and pepper, and altogether about a pound of meat between the pate, the burgers, and the ham. And that's a pretty standard sized lunch or first meal of the day for me. It's dinner time here. It's been about 5 hours since I had my first meal, and that was at around 2:20. It's about 7:30 now, and I'm just prepping our dinner. So I have no desire for snacks, for anything in between my meals. They are so satisfying and satiating, and that's why I eat twice a day. I couldn't imagine eating more than that. If I was hungry for a third meal, I would have it, but most of the time, no desire to snack at all between meals. That's really what is one of my favorite things about keto and carnivore, is you're just so satisfied from really nutrient-dense foods that between meals, snacking is not a thought. For me, I was always thinking about food before, especially like, what can I snack on right now? What can I have? Like, it's been 2 hours since I ate, and you know, with keto and carnivore, you just are so satisfied from getting all your nutrient needs met. It really is amazing. Like, you can just go and do other things and not be thinking about food. And if you're like me and you're always thinking about like snacks and things like that, it's just such a big difference to go from that kind of mindset to this. So I still can't get over that, and I love it. I'll show you guys what we are having for dinner here, which is pretty standard on most days of the week, which is steak of some kind. I usually do tenderloin, fillets, sirloin. I've got this sirloin here. I'm gonna slice up into, I think, 3 steaks. I sliced this up into 3. This one is a little bit thicker, but it has the membrane on the bottom. So we'll cook up 2 of these, and I'll just season them. Right, so I seasoned these 2, vacuum sealed. Getting our sirloin prepped here, and we're gonna grill it on the grill outside. How these sirloins are looking. Love that fire. Looks like nice and pink still inside. Gorgeous. It's amazing how hot it gets. Flame seared. Smells so good. Let's see. Ooh la la. Oh yeah, I love when they're all bubbly, crispy like that. Ooh la la. That looks awesome. Ooh, now that is perfect. Wow, great job, babe. So this is my dinner portion of beef. It's about a pound of steak with lots of butter and lots of salt. I like to keep my sodium up, keep me energized, and it's really, really important on low carb, on keto, and especially on zero carb or carnivore. And I also have usually some pate with this on the side most nights, and that is about my dinner. So 2 pounds of meat over 2 meals. Sometimes it's a little over 2 pounds, sometimes it's a little under, but that tends to be where I average around in a day. And sometimes my days are more active, so if I go on like a 2-hour bike ride, I might be hungrier. If I'm just at home working most of the day, then, you know, I'm not really gonna have as ravenous of an appetite, but an average day is about 2 pounds. After dinner, for a treat, I'll have usually plain yogurt if that's something that I'm in the mood for, and I just add some cinnamon to it and maybe a piece or 2 of 100% dark chocolate on the weekend as a treat. Here is a dessert bowl with some of that yogurt, some cinnamon, and 100% dark chocolate. All right, you guys, so that was a full day of eating for me, pretty standard day of eating for me, and pretty simple all around. You'll see I don't like to complicate things. I like to keep them pretty easy, and eating about 2 pounds of meat a day over 2 different meals, give or take that amount. Depending if I do more activity, I may eat more than that, but that is a very, very typical day for me. So I'll post more of these videos showing what a standard day, full day of eating looks like for me on Keto Carnivore. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when I put out new videos like this one. And share the video with someone that you think would like it too. I always love your feedback and comments, so if you want to comment on anything you liked about the video or what you'd like to see me make more videos about, I would love to hear from you. So until the next one, have a fat-fueled rest of your day, and thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out my meal plans and coaching, you can go to ketogenicgirl.com, where I have all kinds of meal plans, keto carnivore plans. I have the original 20-day challenge plans, a pre-order link for the new carnivore plans, and the keto carnivore meal plans. They're a higher protein approach that I have been following for the past 2 years to get my body fat percentage down from nearly 40% to 21%. And all of these come with my coaching and support, and you can check them out at ketogenicgirl.com.